Something weird happened to me the other day, and the lesson that I learned can be applied by someone who struggles with binge eating. So I'm sitting in this big hall the other day, and I'm connected to a Wi-Fi. Turns out is unlimited, and I rarely use Wi-Fi. I usually use data, my own data, Flex. So I'm like, well, this Wi-Fi is unlimited, and maybe I'll never get it again. So my brain is probably doing some math there, and out of scarcity, I start looking for videos to download and some stuff that I never had any interest in. But now that I'm on a Wi-Fi, I'm starting to download it because I'm scared that I may never get this opportunity again. And I realized the same thing goes for food, where we eat a lot of food because we're scared that we may never get that food again. An example is when we're at a wedding, right? People usually binge eat and they overeat at weddings. Not because they're hungry, but because the food is usually in abundance. Or when you are at a funeral, instead of mourning the dead, you are busy overeating. Truth be told, at many funerals, there's too much food to like sue me. So we grew up probably with this scarcity mindset around food. Maybe the food was usually not available in abundance, or maybe you had siblings, so when you would be late to eat, they would come and then they would take your food. Or when you eat a piece of food and then you leave it for later, you come and you find it gone, vanished, they've taken it. So eventually you've trained yourself that when you find food, you eat it and you completely devour it because it might just disappear. This might be the last time that you're seeing it. So for a long time, that mindset saved you because you're in a competitive family around siblings. I know this because I also have siblings. But now we have reached a point where that mindset of eating because I may never get this food is not saving you. Maybe you are now living on your own, or your siblings are grown up now and they are not stupid, so they know that don't eat other people's food, right? Or maybe now you keep getting invited to weddings, to events, and when you're at those events, you find yourself being unable to control yourself when you just see the food because the food is in abundance. You can think of a soldier, right? When he's in battle or when they go to war, I conclude that they are trained to kill at first sight because they charge that there are literally enemies around and anyone will be trying to kill you. So you are trained that as soon as you see an enemy, shoot. Now you can take that exact same soldier and you put him in a normal environment in a civilian country where there is no war going around. And imagine that same soldier using that same mindset of kill at first sight. They will literally murder the whole city as soon as they see people because they are using the old mindsets in a new environment. That old mindset saved that soldier when they were in that environment. But now they're in a new environment and that mindset is not saving them. It's actually ruining their lives. So it might be the same thing for you. Maybe you grew up in that type of house where you had to eat food because they would eat it. But now you're grown up now. Now you're trying to lose weight, to look good, have a six-pack, whatever. And that mindset is not saving you anymore. This video just serves as your sign to change that mindset. Realize that maybe food is not that scarce, right? Like now maybe you are no longer that poor and you can afford to have food whenever you want. So you have to let go of that mindset of eat. So the question becomes, how do I let go of that mindset? Because it's easier said than done. And an amazing way to start to remove that mindset is to be aware that you are trying to remove it and catch yourself when that old mindset is kicking in. For example, when you go to a wedding or a funeral, okay, enough with funerals, or when you go to an event where you know that food is going to be abundant, you can remind yourself to catch that mindset. Trust me, there is no one fix to this. It's going to take a very long time, bro, of you catching your mindset and holding yourself back, and then it's going to kick back again and you have to catch yourself again. but it's all about constant practice. The big step is to be aware that you are trying to change that mindset. When you are in an environment where there will be food, and then just catch yourself when that mindset is about to come into play, and calm yourself back down and make better decisions. Trust me, it's going to take a very long time. It might take you weeks or months, hopefully not years, but it's worth it. Trust me, don't give up. Keep catching that mindset and keep trying to change it, and eventually it's not going to affect you as much. Now, there's one habit that you can do in the morning which is going to make it easier for you to catch yourself when that mindset tries to kick in, and I talk about it in this video. And if you want me to help you one-on-one, click the link below.